What's up, everybody? It's Kpop here, aka the King of K-pop. This is it's not a touchy subject, but it's something I really want to talk about, and that is the truth behind the marketing strategies behind K-pop and just the pop music genre in general. But this also just ties in with K-pop. I had a conversation like a couple of weeks ago with Taewon, aka the Mr. K-pop fan. We talked about this over the phone like last week or something like that, but very recently. So he'll definitely understand the points I'm making in this video when he watches it. The reason why I want to bring this video up is because a lot of people always talk about in terms of K-pop and K-pop. It even carries over here to pop music here in America, where people always say, well, snsd, they're just pretty faces, but they can't sing. They can't sing. They don't have nice voices. Or they'll say people like 2 p.m. They can't sing. They don't have nice voices. Wonder Girls, t-ara, kara, they don't have good voices. They can't sing. Or and then as soon as someone say like let me think of a group like a 2 a.m. or a 2NE1 comes along, they'll say, well, these guys can sing so much better. They're real artists. They're real performers. Okay? And I just think a lot of people really don't understand the driving market behind K-pop and the genre of pop music in general. Okay? And the stuff that I'm saying, that the points and things that I'll make in this video are from a professional, because I have studied the music industry, the music business during my first year of college, when I myself tried to pursue the music industry, until I figured that breaking forth into the music industry, which I know I could easily do, but breaking into it, it's not really a guarantee. So that's why I ended up changing my majors to something that I know will be a guarantee, at least me landing a secure job, and that is the music industry, because I don't want to waste like X number of years of my life, pursuing a music career, and it'll take me a while to struggle to get there. So everything the points that I'm making in this video are from a true professional person such as myself, non-biased review of this topic. Well, not review, but opinions and thoughts on this topic. People that say that snsd can't sing, they only have looks, and vice versa, and all this other stuff. The real market strategy behind pop music is this. Just like you have your different styles of music, you have your rock, your R&B, your hip-hop, your rap, and then you have your pop and other various styles of music. The one driving force behind pop music is that they sell on looks first. That's just how the way the music business is ran. Pop music in general is actually designed for one thing. That is to get people who are attractive, who are appealing to the eyes, someone that girls can find good looking in a guy, and a female that guys can find just absolutely stunning and beautiful. The first thing of pop music and selling pop music is image. Image. That's the first thing, the looks. The second thing behind pop music and the market strategy is the first thing sells image. And the second thing, you really don't have to have a fantastic voice. I mean, it could be a so-so voice, where you can carry a tune, you can carry a note, but it does not require you to always have to be on the level of say like an Usher or an Alicia Keys, like vocal powerhouses. You don't have to have that. It's not always required. But as long as you have the look and a so-so okay decent voice, you pretty much have your foot in the door. The third thing after that is that the music that you take, okay, you make repetitive, catchy music, okay, first by coming up with a nice chorus. Then from the chorus, you get a catchy loop followed by a hook, and you just repeat the process, because once you make music and you write songs with those three key ingredients, make a nice lyrics, well, sometimes a good opening, followed by lyrics, a loop, then a hook, and then followed by another loop, and then the chorus. It just repeats itself. That music, that sound gets hooked in your ear, which goes up to your brain and your memory, and it plays back and forth in your memory all the time because it's so catchy. And then next thing you know, you're listening to the song like 50 times in one day. So that's how you always get. That's why when people listen to songs, they always hear the term catchy, because there's a certain formula as to how you make music to make it catchy, so that it can hit your ear, so that it hits your earlobes, goes to the memory part of your brain, and it becomes repetitive where you just can't get enough of the song. That's your marketing strategy behind it. And so when you put all these three ingredients together, where the image comes first, followed by a so-so okay decent voice, you have to have some type of talent. Otherwise, I mean, the studios, a lot of people think that you can't sing, just do audio tune. Not going to work. You're going to have to carry some type of form of note or tune for audio tune to do what it should do. You have to have some type of singing ability. So the first thing is image, followed by a so-so okay voice that can get you by. And then thirdly, you have the catchy song. You mix those three things together, and you target it towards who? The young kids, the young generation, kids between the 12 to 17 age bracket, because for the most part, kids in high school are the easiest targets to market when it comes to music. That's why in the music industry, it's heavily targeted towards the youth. Why? Because it's easier to hook the youth faster than in someone my age, in my 20s, or someone in their 30s or 40s and who's lived longer. Okay, so the reason why it's easy to target kids is because, well, let's face it, when you're in high school, kids go through puberty, they get acne on the face, and they have insecurities, this, that, and the other. High school love, high school crushes. So when you see idols or stars, kind of sing about songs about high school love, this, that, and the other, it gives something to the kids to relate to, and then once the kids relate to that, then the kid will purchase the album, they're hook, line, and sinker, and they're like the biggest fan. They're going all out for this superstar, which is why a lot of times, if you realize, a lot of superstars that you grew up with in high school, and that the music that you like from superstars, they were the it band or the it boy band, the it girl group, and then by the time you get out of high school and enter into college, that group is now phased. They've broken up. They've been disbanded. Why? Because the time that they were conceived and made and formed were to target you while you were a adolescent, a teen, and then you just kind of grow out of it. Now, that's not to say that's a market strategy does not also apply to people my age who's in their 20s and over. I still find, Girls' Generation and other young, beautiful women here in America or in South Korea that are singers that I find attractive, and if I do get a catchy song that I like, I will purchase it. But the thing is, it's not a big deal for someone, I would say for myself or anyone older compared to younger kids, because with me, I can buy an album once every blue moon, be fine with, and the rest I'll just download. But with kids today, they're like, oh, I have to get this now, I have to have this now, I have to buy it on iTunes now, I must buy it now, I have to download it now. So they're doing their job. So, and not to say that in pop music you won't have your vocalists, people like, say, for example, in YG, a lot of people say that they are true artists, they're real artists, just because they can sing better than, and I'll be honest, they can sing better than some of the members other than SM and JYP, but that's just YG's style. Their style is not to get anybody who's just also physically attractive to the public, but who also has really good vocals, not mediocre, but really good vocals. So that's their style. That's what they look for. As far as companies like an SM, a JYP, and other smaller brands, they look for image first with mediocre vocal cords, and then bam, just put together. JYP even said himself, all of his artists did not have very good vocals. He doesn't have really good vocals under his record label. The CEO of JYP said himself, none of his artists have fantastic vocals. I mean, you can even go all the way back, except for G.O.D., those were like his best. But even go all the way back to the early 2000s, when Rain first came out. The one thing that Rain has always been credited for was his look, with his height, his physique, his stage presence, and his phenomenal dancing. out of the 10 years that Rain has been performing, and I've grown up listening to that man sing, he's never gotten any type of credibility or been known for his vocals. Rain can sing. He has a husky tone to his voice. He can sing, but he's never been known for his vocals. He's always been known for stage performance, his image, his look, his height, his physique, and his dance, his phenomenal dancing. Seven, on the other hand, has always been credited, not much so in the dancing department, but he's always been credited towards singing live, and his philosophy of always singing live and never lip singing, and that when you hear him sing live, he sounds the exact same way live as he does on a CD album. So, get what I'm saying? So, I just think that, when people say, well, 21 has better vocalists than snsd and all the other groups, well, that's because that's what the company looks for. The company looks for, that's YG style, or they look for image along with phenomenal vocalists. And even some people in their company, you might not even say are really that attractive, but he gets pure talent. That's what he looks for. As far as other companies, it's image first, then mediocre vocals, and then the rest of it takes care of itself. And that philosophy in K-pop not only that market strategy not only applies to K-pop, but also the pop music genre, period, in all the world. That applies to pop music here in America. That applies to pop music here in the UK. It applies to pop music in Canada. That's just the way it is. Image first, mediocre vocal cords, catchy loop music, targeted towards the young kids. That's the market strategy right there. You can even look at some of the stars that we had in America, some of the high school heartthrobs we had today. Look at groups like NSYNC, hot boy band. What have they targeted towards? Kids in that high school age bracket. Once the people who grew up listening to NSYNC from the high school years, grown up, what happened to NSYNC? They've been disbanded, broken up, everything else. Justin Timberlake's gone off and done his own thing. You look at groups like, not groups, but singers like Jesse McCartney, Aaron Carter. They were the hot heartthrobs where all the girls were like, ooh! What were they targeted towards? Young female girl adolescents in their high school years. Once those girls grew up, what happened to Jesse McCartney? He still makes music, but he's kind of gone underground now. He's not mainstream anymore. You look at Aaron Carter. Don't know what happened to him. He just off the face of the planet. And I'm kind of seeing the same thing with Justin Bieber. Now, Justin Bieber is still in his prime of his career, but I even wonder about his longevity, 5-6 years from now. The fangirls that are screaming over him now, once they grow up and get older with Justin Bieber, will they still be doing it now with Justin Bieber 5-6 years later? I don't know. Now, one thing I do think why he may not be, he may stick around for a couple of years is because who he's associated with, and that's Usher. And Usher is one of the biggest stars in the new millennium, being the 2000 decade. Usher is one of the most popular, well-known stars. And for Justin Bieber to be his protege, to have that connection with Usher still, I think that's what's going to keep Justin Bieber still long after in the game. But if it was not for the connection with Usher, I would consider Justin Bieber flash in the pan. And still, I still kind of wonder that. So, excuse me, this is just my opinion on this for everyone who says, snsd can't sing and Wonder Girls can't sing and all these other various K-pop groups can't sing, when in actuality, these companies know what they're doing, because this is a market strategy in terms of the pop music. And not to say you can't have power vocalists like an A-Lee or a g.na who has powerhouse vocals and that play into the pop music scene. Not that you can't have that. But let's be honest. To have the looks along with the powerhouse voice, that's rare. As far as having the looks and the mediocre voice, which is pretty common. To have the total package like a g.na or an A-Lee, that's pretty rare. And artists with vocals like that garnering to the pop element of music, it's very few far in between. So yeah, this is just my video on this. Some people saying that all serious K-pop artists can't sing, when there's a reason why their power vocals aren't always this and that, and there's a reason why their music is bubblegum pop, or what some other people like to say, high school pop music. There's a reason for that. So, yeah, this is the King of K-pop signing out. Peace.